It's a flawed movie, but people are definitely being way too hard on it. It's a father and son story first, which is a consistent theme throughout the first two. What's the story? Young Dalton and his father Josh decided to undergo hypnosis to conveniently erase their traumatic experiences from their minds. As a result, Dalton has transformed into a brooding teenager who is about to embark on his journey to art school. Josh, on the other hand, has been left in a perpetual state of confusion since the hypnosis, causing his marriage to Renee to crumble and his relationship with Dalton to deteriorate. Overall, Insidious The Red Door seems to be yet another critical misstep in the series, recycling tired tropes and relying on worn-out scares. The characters. 1. Patrick Wilson and Dalton. I also found the father-son storyline to be quite interesting in this film. It picks up years after the events of the previous installment, with Patrick Wilson's character and his son Dalton having their memories wiped. This has caused a strain in their relationship, with Wilson's character being absent and Dalton feeling frustrated and confused. While I generally enjoy father-son storylines, I appreciate that this film focuses more on the human element rather than the supernatural aspect. The development of the dialogue between the two characters is well done, making their antagonistic relationship understandable without becoming overly aggravating. The film effectively portrays their faults and insecurities, allowing us to sympathize with both characters and root for their reconciliation. Overall, this storyline stands out as the strongest arc in the entire Insidious series. 2. Daniel Sinclair. I found Sinclair Daniels' portrayal of his roommate/friend to be somewhat impressive. While her energetic and lively demeanor seemed out of place in the horror movie setting, it did distract from the lack of effective horror elements. It almost seemed as though she decided to have fun with the script, embracing its absurdity. However, this approach may not resonate with everyone and could be seen as a critique of the film. I have a request. I wish with all my heart that you subscribe to the channel. We get tired of writing scripts and editing videos, but we do not get views. But I will continue to download videos because I love what I do. But if you subscribe to my channel, I will be pleased. Is it any good? 1. I absolutely love this movie. What sets it apart is the fact that it continues the story from Insidious 1 and 2, allowing us to delve deeper into the lives of the Lambert family 9 years later. The emotional weight of the trauma they faced, as well as the lies and cover-ups surrounding them, adds a whole new level of depth to the film. I found myself genuinely caring about the characters and their relationships with each other, which is where the movie truly shines. Even in the final moments where everything starts to come together, there are satisfying resolutions that provide closure after a decade of following these characters. I have to commend Patrick Wilson for his directing skills in this film. As the star of the previous movies and this one, he proves to be a competent director who knows how to deliver those quintessential jump scares that Insidious fans crave. Furthermore, he successfully enhances our emotional connection to the characters, surpassing what was achieved in the earlier franchise films. However, despite these positive aspects, I must admit that this movie didn't quite hit the mark for me. 2. I absolutely love them. The Red Door has not one, but two fantastic scenes that I found absolutely mind-blowing. One of them takes place in an art class, and the other is a tense scene where Josh is getting an MRI. It's honestly the best scene in the entire film when it comes to scares. I felt so claustrophobic and on edge. It was brilliantly executed. But you know what really impressed me about this movie? Patrick Wilson's direction. He's taken a step back from relying solely on jump scares and instead takes the time to delve into the emotional moments with the characters. And let me tell you, he does it masterfully. Right from the beginning, you can sense that he's going to give the characters room to breathe and allow the audience to catch their breath. It's not just a haunted house scare factory, there's so much more depth to it. I think that the most beautiful part when watching a movie is discussing the topic with other people. So tell me what you think about Insidious The Red Door. What you like about the movie, what you hate about the movie, and how much you give the film out of 10. I will tell you in my rate at the end of the video. Is it any weak? 1. The one positive aspect of this movie is that it attempts to explore the consequences of the previous films on the Lambert family. It is intriguing to see how they have been affected and where they are now. However, the story lacks substance and conflict in the present, which is necessary for a compelling narrative. The focus on the characters and their journey is interesting, but it feels like a detour from the horror and exploration of astral projection that we expect from an Insidious film. The main concept of the movie revolves around the two lead characters trying to uncover what happened to them years ago, but the audience already knows the answers, making it feel like a repetitive retread of previous films. The plot only starts to gain momentum in the final moments of the film, leaving the rest of it feeling aimless and meandering. The separate storylines of Ty Simpkins in college and the father's search for answers lack a sense of urgency and stakes. Unlike the first two movies, where there was a sense of mystery and escalating tension, this one fails to provide a similar driving force. 2. While Patrick Wilson and Ty Simpkins gave commendable performances, and their characters had intriguing dynamics, the inclusion of Rose Byrne and the other brother from the previous films felt unnecessary. Their presence lacked purpose and did not contribute significantly to the overall story. In fact, their scenes could have easily been removed without affecting the film. Although it was enjoyable to focus on Dalton and Josh, there was missed potential in exploring the development of the other characters. It is disappointing that the filmmakers either did not bother or could not find a meaningful way to utilize them. This serves as a cautionary reminder that introducing characters without a clear purpose can lead to frustration and a sense of wasted potential. This film falls short in numerous aspects, and those who claim it to be a top-tier horror movie, filled with genuine terror, should take a moment to reevaluate their perspective. Allow me to share my thoughts on this movie. 1. While the movie did have its moments, I personally found it lacking in the scare department. Additionally, the comedic elements seemed geared towards a younger audience, which wasn't quite what I had anticipated. 2. One aspect that I found a bit contradictory was the film's target audience. It seemed unsure whether it wanted to cater to fans of old movies or capitalize on the popularity of newer audiences. This uncertainty became particularly evident during the first half, which started to lose my interest. Overall, it's important to critically assess these aspects. What is my rate? This film starts strongly, but unfortunately, this particular part does not live up to expectations. However, if you are still interested, it is possible to watch it. So my rating for the movie is 6 out of 10. Do not forget to tell me your rating out of 10, and also do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Peace.